Search of a man who murdered his girlfriend on the Virginian. Tonight at 10:30, following Action News at 10.
Good evening and welcome to Action News at 10. I'm Dick Niffing. At Mount Holly, New Jersey tonight, a sniper holed up in a three-story house, killed 2 police officers and critically wounded a third.
This is Action News at 10 from TV7, New Mexico's #1 news source. Brought to you by Rich Ford Sales, where volume is the reason for their low prices. And the First National Bank in Albuquerque. At the First, people come first.
The following is a rebroadcast of Action News at 10, which aired on Friday, March 9th, 1979.
President Carter and Egyptian President Anwar Sadat have ended their second day of peace talks, but today's talks apparently did not produce anything concrete. Good evening and welcome to Action News at 10. I'm Dick Niffing.
This is a rebroadcast of Action News at 10 from TV7, viewed in more homes than any other newscast on any other station in New Mexico.
From the Action Center, the 4:30 Action 7 News. New Mexico's earliest information from ABC, CNN Headline News, and the Action 7 News team.
Immigration agents crack down in Albuquerque. Good afternoon, I'm Johnny Morris.
And I'm Mary Lynn Roper.
This is KOAT 7, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Now, Bill Sandifer, Trinette Ledford, Ed Lopez, and Joe Diaz with the area's #1 news source, Action 7 News.
Good evening.
This is KOAT 7, Albuquerque, New Mexico's news leader. Now, Bill Sandifer and Augusta Myers. Sports with Ed Lopez, and weather with Scott Zahorik. This is Action 7 News. This is KOAT 7 Albuquerque, New Mexico's news leader. Now, Diane Anderson and Nelson Martinez. Sports with Terry McDermott, and weather with Howard Morgan. This is Action 7 News. This is KOAT 7 Albuquerque, New Mexico's news leader. Now, Nelson Martinez and Dick Niffing. Sports with Terry McDermott, and weather with Howard Morgan. This is Action 7 News.
The smoke still billows out of the Jemez Mountains as an investigation into the death of a firefighter on the lines continues. Good evening, I'm Nelson Martinez.
And I'm Dick Niffing. Investigators continue to look into how a supposedly controlled fire...
This is KOAT 7, Albuquerque, New Mexico's news leader. Now, Dick Niffing and Nelson Martinez. Weather with Howard Morgan. And sports with Terry McDermott. This is Action 7 News live at 6.
This is KOAT 7, Albuquerque, New Mexico's news leader. Now, Action 7 News. Good morning, New Mexico.
From KOAT 7 Albuquerque, New Mexico's news leader. This is Action 7 News, live this morning.
Holidays are a time of giving. We'll show you how some people are giving their time so that others may have a nice Thanksgiving day. Good morning. It's now 7:25, Thursday, November 25th. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm Augusta.
This is KOAT 7, Albuquerque. Now, bringing you coverage you can count on. This is Action 7 News.
This is KOAT 7 Albuquerque. Now, bringing you coverage you can count on. This is Action 7 News.
A court rules on New Mexico's endangered silvery minnow. We'll tell you what they decided and what it means to you.
Lawmakers want low-income families to receive rebate checks, but will they win their fight? We have the answer.
Plus, a look back at the life of a broadcast big shot.
The Eagle has landed.
And to one of Hollywood's most beloved actors.
Since June's Bosque fires, Albuquerque police have patrolled the area. That is, until tonight.
Billions of dollars in gold hidden in southern New Mexico. Is it true or just a myth?
Accused of sexual assault, NBA star Kobe Bryant goes to court.
Actor Arnold Schwarzenegger has toyed with the idea. Tonight, a decision on whether he will run for governor of California.
If you own a cell phone, there's a growing scam you need to know about. Good evening. The city of Albuquerque has pulled out its police officers and firefighters who were patrolling the Bosque.
The decision came today.
New this noon, and then there were 12. Just 12 sheriff's deputies to patrol all of Torrance County after layoffs, and that has some people concerned. Plus, keeping terrorists from crossing the Mexico-New Mexico border. That's what governors, including Arnold Schwarzenegger, are talking about in Santa Fe. And after a weekend visit, John Kerry's gone, but the man who wants to keep living in the White House will soon be here. More on President Bush's upcoming visit. We begin this noon with some breaking news. The Bernalillo County Sheriff's Department is investigating a suspicious death at their Metro Detention Center. A spokesperson for the Sheriff's Department says the incident happened last night. We have a crew.
You're watching Action 7 News live at 5 with Doug Fernandez, Diane Anderson, and Chief Meteorologist Joe Diaz. Coverage you can count on.
APS has released the results of the 11th.
You're watching Action 7 News live at 6 with Doug Fernandez, Cynthia Izagiri, Diane Anderson, Chief Meteorologist Joe Diaz. Coverage you can count on.
Jury selection began today in the trial of 49-year-old Carl Knapp.
You're watching Action 7 News live at 10 with Doug Fernandez, Diane Anderson, Chief Meteorologist Joe Diaz, and Bob Brown Sports. Coverage you can count on.
He was in Albuquerque.
Action 7 News. Coverage you can count on.
Good morning, New Mexico. It is 6:29 on this Wednesday, December 6th. I'm Natalie Swaby, in for Marissa, who's on maternity leave.
And I'm Mike Garofalo. Action 7 News live this morning with Mike Garofalo, Marissa Mays, First Alert Weather with meteorologist Jason Stitt, and Dr. Barry Ramo on the Health Beat. Coverage you can count on.
A good Wednesday morning to you, New Mexico.
Action 7 News. Coverage you can count on.
Action 7 News. Coverage you can count on.
It was just too short a time. We just had him for too short a time.
Tonight, colleagues and competitors share their thoughts on the death of Peter Jennings, plus remembering his trip to New Mexico just 2 years ago. But we begin tonight with breaking weather. Meteorologist Byron Morton is keeping track of it with Super Doppler 7. Byron? Hey.
This is Action 7 News. Coverage you can count on.
Action 7 News live at 10 with Doug Fernandez, Cynthia Izagiri, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Joe Diaz, and Bob Brown Sports. Coverage you can count on. Action 7 News live at 5 with Doug Fernandez, Shelley Rabando, and First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Joe Diaz. Coverage you can count on. Action 7 News live at 6 with Doug Fernandez, Shelley Rabando, and First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Joe Diaz. Coverage you can count on.
A neighborhood.
This is Action 7 News live at 5. Coverage you can count on.
I know that our set.
Action 7 News live at 6 with Doug Fernandez, Shelley Rabando, and First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Joe Diaz. Coverage you can count on. Action 7 News live at 6 with Mike Garofalo, Christine Jones, and First Alert Weather with meteorologist Byron Morton. Coverage you can count on. Action 7 News live at 10 with Doug Fernandez, Shelley Rabando,
First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Joe Diaz, and Bob Brown Sports. Coverage you can count on.
Action 7 News live at 6 with Doug Fernandez, Shelley Rabando, and First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Joe Diaz. Coverage you can count on. This is Action 7 News live at 6. Breaking news is happening now.
That breaking news: of fire still burning just west of Los Alamos. Sky 7 flew over Valle Canyon just as firefighters begin to attack the grass fire. Officials say it started around 9 last night and has burned more than 300 acres and is not contained.
Action 7 News live at 10. Coverage you can count on. This is Action 7 News More in the Morning. Coverage you can count on.
7th grader.
Now, KOAT Action 7 News More in the Morning. Coverage you can count on.
In today's top stories, the presidential nominees square off in a contentious debate. We have the highlights. And you have 1 day left to register to vote for those candidates. Plus, Samsung stops production of its troubled Galaxy Note 7. Hello and good morning to you, New Mexico. It is 6 o'clock on this Monday, October 10th. I'm Marissa Mays.
Now, KOAT Action 7 News More in the Morning with special coverage of the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta.
Good morning, New Mexico, and a special hi and wake up to all of our out-of-town guests. I'm Angela Brower. It is Saturday, October 8th.
Now, KOAT Action 7 News live at 5. Coverage you can count on.
Today, a judge set a trial date for the 3 people accused of killing 10-year-old Victoria Martins. Action 7 News was there as Michelle Martins, Jessica Kelly, and Fabian Gonzalez went before a judge.
Now, KOAT Action 7 News live at 5. We begin with live Super Doppler 7 weather.
We have severe storms impacting Albuquerque right now.
We go first to meteorologist Byron Morton with more.
Now, KOAT Action 7 News live at 6. Coverage you can count on.
The jury went home today after not reaching a verdict in the case against 2 former police officers.
Now, KOAT Action 7 News live at 10. Coverage you can count on.
What we all saw and heard on Friday was Donald talking about women.
And I was embarrassed by it, but I have tremendous respect for women.
I'm sorry I have to keep saying this, but he lives in an alternative reality.
Honest Abe never lied. That's the good thing. That's the big difference between Abraham Lincoln and you.
The second presidential debate was much nastier and more personal than the first.
Now, KOAT Action 7 News More in the Morning. Coverage you can count on.
Good morning, New Mexico. It's 6 o'clock on this Saturday, April 15th. I'm Sandra Ramirez. Thanks for joining us for Action 7 News More in the Morning.
Now, KOAT Action 7 News live at 5. Breaking news is happening now.
America is once again confronted by another mass shooting, this time in Texas, inside a small-town church. It is the deadliest mass killing at a house of worship. 26 people were murdered, and officials have identified that suspect.
Coverage you can count on. KOAT Action 7 News More in the Morning starts right now.
Coming up, deputies are looking for an inmate who escaped in New Mexico. What we're learning this morning.
Plus, what might have led to an SUV slamming into a work truck.
A growing divide across the United States, as many say these 10 suspicious packages have shown a spotlight on the cracks in our country. I'm Matt Pritchard in Washington with what lawmakers are saying.
Hello and good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Eric is going to be out of town.
Coverage you can count on. KOAT Action 7 News at 4 starts right now.
Good afternoon. It's 4 o'clock, and our top stories. The president sends troops to guard the border. The victims in the YouTube headquarters shooting improving, and a top Trump administrator is in hot water.
Coverage you can count on. KOAT Action 7 News at 10 starts right now.
Tonight we are tracking the high fire danger and smoky conditions.
You're watching KOAT Action 7 News.
As Albuquerque waits for the rapid transit project.